So Starbucks, home of what? The $8 coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not a Starbucks patron, per se. But if you get one of the foo-foo drinks or one of the, are we looking like an $8 drink or something?
I think it's pushing $10, yeah.
People that are like trying to maybe save money, maybe you don't buy a $10 drink at Starbucks every day, Can you imagine you spending, $100 a week at Starbucks?
Here's another thing.
Yeah.
I was my heaviest in my life when I was getting a Starbucks every morning.
Really?
That was like 10 pounds heavier.
What year was this? Because you're like skinny as a rail now.
2006-ish to 2000.
2006 to what?
9 to that, yeah.
Because you don't have much flab on you. I mean,
I don't know what. Let's be like a sorority in old days of sororities and try to pinch an inch on. Remember when they used to do that? Oh. In sororities, they'd like circle your cellulite and stuff. Oh. Did you hear those horror stories?
No, hold on. Were you in a sorority in college?
I was in a sorority for a very short period of time.
They were circling your cellulite?
Not in my sorority.
What sorority was this? Like Delta, Delta, Delta? Which sorority was it?
So at UF, I was at UF and I was Delta Gamma, but I just did it my freshman year. And then I heard all these horror stories. I forget which sorority it was, but they'd make you just have your bra and underwear on and then circle with a black marker where you had cellulite.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Was this a news report or a news story, or just stories that you had heard?
Just stuff I'd heard.
Did this happen at UF?
I can't remember if it was UF or FSU.
Does it?
Oh, my God.
Right.
Really?
That's some pretty low-key hazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
compared to people dying.
There's hazing in sororities when you circle your wavy part.
And what were you supposed to do about the cellulite that you had? What were you supposed to do? Did they not let you? Did they kick you out of the sorority?
I think it was like awareness.
It was awareness. If anything, they were doing a favor.
That's body shaming bullying is what that is. That's
right.
That's awful.
That's
some petty, catty, nasty girl crap.
Okay, so back to you trying to find out if I have fat on me.
Yes. Let's get back to MJ's highbrow content here.
No, I'm just saying that you looked very thin. I don't know if you could pinch an inch on you.
Thank you. We all can pinch an inch.
Then you volunteered that you were the heaviest back in 2006 when you drank Starbucks every day.
For sure. Yes. And it was because I started my day every day with a pumpkin spice latte if it was in season or...
Yeah, I don't think there were many pumpkin spice lattes in May.
There should be. There should be. I mean, they sell enough of them in season.
All right. So here's the deal. My question, my setup to this was how you're going to get a lousy cup of coffee at Starbucks. So I'm not a coffee drinker, number one. Michelle does not like Starbucks. Michelle says that Starbucks coffee tastes burned, like it was in a warehouse fire or something.
It might have had a small warehouse fire. I mean, in transit, it was a deal.
Dylan Clare, who worked for a Starbucks franchise for a time, has done an interview with Business Insider. I like that website. And talks about how coffee lovers can get a sign that the cup of coffee you're about to get, or I would imagine would be really any drink at Starbucks, is about to really suck. So here's the list. So if you are spending a small fortune at Starbucks every day, and if you multiply it over the week, how much are you spending? Don't complain about budgeting issues if you're buying $8 cups of coffee at Starbucks. So this Dylan says, hey, here are some of the signs that you're about to get a lousy cup of coffee at Starbucks. First, frantic baristas. If they're running around and they just feel kind of out of sorts, if they're frantic, if they don't seem relaxed, if they're all jammed up and busy, and they're like a bunch of those crazy ants running around. Remember those crazy ants that invaded from South America?
Yeah.
Yeah, if your Starbucks baristas look like that, that's a problem. That might be a sign you're about to get a lousy, because they're overworked and they got too much stuff going on, they're understaffed, whatever. So frantic baristas, warning sign you're about to get a lousy cup of coffee. Next, if employees are out of place, if a barista is cleaning up, restocking merchandise, or doing other side tasks other than being behind the counter or being out of place, you're going to get a lousy cup of coffee. Yep. Not using the right language. Oh yeah, you got that Starbucks kind of goofy.
They will correct your ass if you ask for a medium. It's not a medium. It's a, what is it?
A grande, lande, blande.
Whatever.
I don't know. So what she says is that some baristas can typically figure out what a customer means, especially those who have worked for a long time. However, if they look confused or ask questions to clarify what you want, they may be a rookie. And if you get a rookie as you're ordering and you're not using the language, the Starbucks language.
There's a whole code. There's
I
a
know.
whole art to ordering there.
I don't want to know that language.
Listen, not for you, but for a lot of people.
I want to be Starbucks illiterate. That's what I strive for, illiteracy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like a dumb, illiterate dope. I want to be a functional Starbucks illiterate. All right? That's what I'm striving for. I don't care about this. But if they don't understand you, or if you're not using the right language, you might get a lousy cup of coffee. Now, another sign that you're about to get a lousy drink at Starbucks, loud steam wands.
What?
Yeah, when ordering a drink with dairy milk, beware of loud steam wands. If I walk into a coffee shop and hear a loud scream coming from the espresso machine...
Oh, I know. I recognize that.
I know immediately not to order anything using foamed or steamed milk. Starbucks tends to make steaming milk for lattes and cappuccinos easier for baristas than other coffee shops, thanks to the automated machines and built-in thermometers, but the tech is not always perfect. The screaming steam machine does occur when non-dairy milk is used, but it's also an indicator that the barista making the coffee did not aerate the milk enough before putting the steam wand into the pitcher of milk. So, all right, you said you're familiar with, what does it sound like? What does a screaming steam wand sound like at Starbucks, Froggy?
It's like, ow! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Something like that.
I'll have whatever he's having.
No, it's like a whistle, like a pot whistle. Yeah, it's like, I just kind of, I get a lot of espressos during the convention time to stay awake. And I heard that all during it.
All right, and then finally here, well, actually, there are a couple more. Drip coffee in the afternoon. This woman, this Dylan Clare, who used to work at Starbucks, she says that Starbucks brewed coffee is bad. There, I said it. When it comes to its brewed coffee, the timing is what matters most. Many Starbucks locations stop brewing more than one kind of coffee before noon, since most of the traffic happens before 10 a.m. So there you go. I guess she worked at a Starbucks at Pike's Place. Does that make sense? Did she work in, or is that do they have a
In Colorado?
Yeah. Oh no. Maybe Pike Place is a drink. Do they have a?
I don't know.
Do they sell something called Pike Place? Because Pike's Place is that market,
Yeah.
where they throw the fish around in Seattle.
In Seattle.
And
So
of course, Starbucks is from Seattle.
Right. It must be a brand of coffee, is my guess.
Right. Anyway, so there you go. Those are some of the signs that you're about to get a crappy cup of coffee at Starbucks.